It's actually Monday at about 7:45 in the morning, and I am getting ready to go to work. And I thought that I would update you right off the bat with what I finished last night. I did not film yesterday, Sunday, which technically would have been the start of this week 2 vlog, but I decided I think I'm going to take, if I don't take any other days off, I'm going to take Sundays off from vlogging so that I have time to edit it and get it uploaded, all that stuff. Because I had storage issues again last night, so that took a lot longer than I wanted to get the vlog up, because I kept it going, editing it and everything throughout the week, but I just couldn't get it uploaded yesterday. So after deleting a lot of things from my phone, finally happened. But so in the interim, when I was not filming yesterday, I finished Ethan Frome by Edith Wharton. This is a very short novella. It's not even 200 pages, and the margins in the book are very big. Let me show you. See? So it did not take me very long at all. It did take me more than like a day to finish, just because I'm reading a bunch of other things, but probably if I had devoted a couple of hours solely to that, I probably could have gotten it done. But then again, I'm a slow physical reader, so that's maybe not the case at all. I don't know. But anyway, Edith Frome, oh geez, Ethan Frome is a story about a guy in his early 20s. It is an American novella, and he is a farmer and is married to a woman that he doesn't love, but she helped him during a really rough time, and she was like getting ready to leave after everything had been concluded, and he just couldn't bear the thought of being alone, so he married her. Odd. But and that all happened prior to the start of the novella. And now it's 7 years later. She is having some supposed physical issues, and whether it's in her head just for attention or whether it's real, nobody's really sure, but it's causing issues in their marriage. And on top of that, they have a female relative who has come to stay with them. And you can see where this is going. Marital problems. Pretty young girl comes to the farm. Guess what happens with Ethan Frome's desires? So this was actually, the characters in this were, I'd say, kind of sympathetic. I had a hard time being sympathetic to Ethan, but then at the same time, all of this, their marital status was kind of a consequence of a hasty decision by both of them. They weren't trying to make it work, really, but so, that doesn't excuse his behavior, but you can kind of have a little bit of sympathy for at least the way he feels. Not the actions he takes, but the feelings, I guess. So, but lots of tragic things happen because of this. So, and it's a very short book, so all the really tragic things kind of happen quickly at one point. Everybody in the group that I was reading this with called it very melancholy, and I would say that that's true. It is set in winter time, so it's very bleak, and everybody in the novel feels very bleak. The character of Maddie, who is the young girl who comes to stay with them, she is really the only one who seems to be happy throughout the book, and until events cause her to not be happy anymore. But she is like the bright spot in the bleakness, and I have a feeling that that's partly why Ethan kind of falls for her. And yeah, I can't really say much more than that without giving it all away because it is so short. But I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 3.5 star only because I don't like to read things about adultery. I mean, it's hard for me, like I said, to find sympathy with somebody who would cheat on his wife. So I don't know, but I did like the writing and the story, and the progression of the story itself was very well told. And yeah, and Edith Wharton is just a good author. So I wanted to give it at least 3.5 stars, but I couldn't give it a 4 because I don't like to read about men doing, well, men and women, because everybody in this is responsible, doing bad things. So, but yeah, so anyway, I have to go to work. So I will talk to you when I read something else. Okay, bye. Oh, and I should say, maybe the elephant in the room that you've noticed is I cut all my hair off. I just, I am one of those people who I hate trying to get my hair out of coats during the winter time, and my hair was getting so long that I just couldn't deal with it anymore. The static and just the knots and everything was just getting bad. So I cut it all off. But yeah, it's still long enough. And if I cut it or if I curl it a little bit, it looks okay. I'm more of a fan of my long hair, but I can deal with it for the winter time. So, all right, now I'll go to work. Hello. We are in the same place, but I swear I've moved. I went to work and I came home. And yay, my credit card was here today. Woo, let the shopping spree begin. Yay. Not really. Well, maybe. I don't know. There are a few things that I've been wanting to get since the beginning of the year that I have sadly not been able to get because of said credit card issue. So I will probably do that at some point, but I will try to contain my spending. Oh man, but now that that is all finished, because you have to change all the things that you have your credit card set up to. So now I think I'm going to go take a nice hot bath and get back to reading some Betsy Tacy. Actually, I'm now on Betsy Tacy and Tib, which is the second of the series. So I'm going to see how far I can get in that tonight. I listened to, I don't know if I think I forgot to tell you that I started The Longest Journey by E.M. Forster last night or the night before. I think, yeah, the night before, I think I started it. And I'm reading this with my friend Joe Smith. We've been reading through all of E.M. Forster for the last year or so. So we are on The Longest Journey, and then we just have A Passage to India, which I have read a couple of times. So the Longest Journey is the last one I have to read for the first time. So that's exciting because then I will probably do a rating of my E.M. Forster books. So, yeah. So but I already read that today. I listened to that at work. And then I also listened to some more of Crime and Punishment so I can get caught up to where the group read is. And then I'm going to maybe try to read along physically with the group from then on, because they're only reading like a chapter, maybe two a day. So I feel like that's doable for me to physically read. So tonight is for Betsy Tacy because I need some comfort reading. And yeah, that's about it. So I will probably talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Hello, friends. It is Tuesday, the 12th of January, and of course, via the bad lighting, it is early morning, and I'm getting ready for work. So today's plan is to read 3 more chapters of The Longest Journey by E.M. Forster, and then check in with my buddy reader, Joe, and because we're going to be checking in every like 6 chapters in this book, and so far I'm enjoying it. It's Joe told me that she saw somewhere that it is considered Forster's favorite of his novels, but I feel like it is the one that nobody talks about. So, but it has the kind of typical Forster characters, kind of the overeducated, not necessarily snooty, but some of them are. But this one kind of flips it in a way that I always forget her name. Agnes is the kind of the main character, and she is snooty in a way that she doesn't like the educated people. She would rather have someone who is stronger and more athletic than our main character, Ricky, who actually has a lame foot. So, yeah, so I don't want to really say much more than that because it will kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Spoil. That's the word. A lot of the action so far. But something really dramatic happened pretty early on in the book, which I also feel is kind of typical of Forster, that just all of a sudden something super dramatic and life changing happens without any warning. So, but yeah, so far I'm enjoying that. I might listen to a little bit more of Crime and Punishment. I'm almost caught up to where the group read is, but not quite. So I think I might listen a little bit more to it today. So other than that, I think I decided, barring my coworker being off on Friday, which I didn't get a chance to ask her about yesterday because she was off yesterday, I think I'm going to take Friday off, and we have Monday off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then I'm also taking Tuesday off. So I think I might take Friday off and just give myself like a nice long break because my coworker will be having a baby soon, which means she'll be off for a while. And that will leave only me to do all the secretarial work. So I won't really get to take any time off for probably a good couple of months. So I wanted to kind of have my own relaxed time before she goes away. Yeah, so I think I'll do that, and that way I can get the rest of my Christmas stuff down and work on some crafty projects that I have been wanting to do and hopefully film some videos. So, yeah, I don't know why I told you that because that has nothing to do with today, but it does kind of, in that I feel like maybe I can relax a little bit more when I get home from work in the evening tonight. Aside from maybe putting away some laundry, I am planning on maybe starting back up my Alice in Wonderland cross stitch tonight because I kind of feel in the mood for some cross stitching. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I better get to work. So I will talk to you hopefully tonight. All right, bye. Hello, friends. It is now Tuesday evening, and I have just gotten home from work, and I feel like I'm not going to do anything other than get into my PJs and turn on some booktube and start a new cross stitch. Yay! Like as if I need another cross stitch because I'm still not done with the giant piece that I started last October for Victober for the Stitch and Listen. So I got that back out too and put it back on its frame thingy. Because like that one, some people use embroidery hoops, but for that particular piece, it was really big. So I got a like a knockoff Q-snap frame. So I got that all out, put that back on the Q-snap, and then my friend Sarah gifted me a pattern. And so, yeah, I was very excited to get it, and I want to start stitching it. So let me show you what it is. It is this temperature tree pattern from Stitchin' Mommy. She has a YouTube channel that I will try to remember to link down below. If I forget, let me know in the comments and I will put it in there. But she has this temperature tree pattern that she made last year. She does different temperature patterns every year, but this one is my favorite so far that she's made. And tonight I think I'm going to try to stitch, well, I'm not going to get it all done, I'm sure, but I think I'm going to start stitching just the trunk, and then for every day of the year, you track the high temperature in your region, and then these colors all correspond to the high temperature for your area. So there are, the 12 months of the year, and then, probably like between 30 and 31 leaves for every branch. So I think that would be really fun. And like once I get the trunk done, I feel like I could just pick this up one evening in each month, like at the end of each month, and just like kind of stitch all those leaves, and it wouldn't really take me very long, so that I can continue on my other pattern that I've been working on, which is this girl. It's my Alice in Wonderland from Mrs. Pagodi Art, I believe is her name, and I will also put that below. She has an Etsy shop. I don't believe she has a YouTube channel, and I think she's Italian. But look at that little stitch marker. Or no, it's not a stitch marker. I'm thinking knitting terms. This is called a needle minder. You can put your needle on there, and it's like magnetic, and it'll hold it. So I think that's really cute. It's a flamingo, just like that guy is going to be a flamingo. And then I have a little frame cover that is also Alice in Wonderland themed. I don't know if you can. Oh, there she is. So my friend Mandy made that for me. So that's exciting. Or she didn't make it for me, but she had made it, and she gifted it to me. So I get lots of fun gifts from my crafty friends. It's very nice. I need to figure out how to repay them. Hello, friends. It is Wednesday night, and I'm looking a little rough. It was a good day at work today, but I did not get much reading done at all. I did listen to my chapters of The Longest Journey by E.M. Forster, because I will be checking in with Joe tomorrow because we're checking in every other day. So I had to listen a little extra carefully, because I am realizing with Forster, if I don't stay really focused, if I'm listening on an audiobook, that I just miss a ton of stuff, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Because yesterday for our check-in, I totally missed the entire point of the chapters that we read yesterday. So I was going to go back to physically reading it, which I still might do, because the book is technically set up into 3 sections, and we are just going to be starting the second section tomorrow. So I may go back to reading that via ebook, just to see if that helps me at all. But I just knew I wasn't going to get any dedicated reading time yet at work, and didn't know what the evening was going to look like. So I just figured I was just going to finish out the section with audiobook, and then try to physically read the next 2 sections, and then I will pretty much count it as a physical read if that's the direction I'm able to go. I guess that makes sense in my head. If I'm reading 2/3 of the book physically, I maintain that I read it physically. So, but tonight, I decided I needed some comfort reading. So I decided to go back to Betsy, Tacy, and Tib, which is the second book that I am reading with my friend Kate Howe for a little project that we decided to do. And it's just, it's always lovely. This is only my second reread of, or no, should say, this is only my second time reading the series, and we're doing it a lot faster than we did the first time I read it, where we just read a book a month. Now we're reading like three of them in a month. So, but they're really short. So it's taking me a lot longer to read these, but just because I'm reading like 10 other things at the same time. Not really, but I just, I'm not I don't have as much dedicated reading time, but I'm glad that I'm reading this series again, especially right now, because I feel like just the comfort reading just needs to continue. Just get lost in a world that is better than our own. So, but anyway, I am now going to, I think, get into my PJs and do some more cross stitch because I restarted my Alice in Wonderland cross stitch after probably a couple of months of not touching it at all, and just really got into it and really want to continue to make progress on it. So I will put up a picture that I did of when I started it yesterday and what I got done. And it doesn't really look like a whole lot, but I think it's still fun to see these like side by side comparisons of what I was able to accomplish in one sitting and one session of cross stitch. So, and I also started the temperature tree pattern that I was gifted by my friend Sarah from, the pattern is from the Stitchin' Mommy, who is also named Sarah. And I didn't get much done on that, but I'm trying to get the entire trunk done so that I can just focus on adding the leaves at like the end of each month. And to make sure that I cut the fabric the correct size, hopefully. So yeah, I will show you that when I get more progress on it, because right now it just looks like a brown blob. So, but anyway, that is just my check-in for today, I think. Not really a whole lot to talk about today. I didn't read any more of Crime and Punishment. And, and I decided to try having like a meal replacement of some protein powder in my coffee in the morning, which would have worked if I had done 2 scoops, which is what the serving size is supposed to be. But I only did 1 scoop because those are huge scoops. And it wasn't terribly tasty, I'll be honest with you. So this might not be something I do every day. But because I didn't have as many calories in the morning and I ate pretty well the rest of the day as far as like watching my portion sizes and my sugar intake and all that stuff, I'm going to allow myself a beer for what is typically called Wine Wednesday. But I don't currently have any wine, but I do have beer. So I'm going to allow myself a light beer because, without going into any details, because it doesn't, it's personal stuff about other people, but I had some like kind of cucky news tonight. So I feel like I need to do all the comfort reading, all the comfort crafting, and all the comfort drinking. No, I'm just going to have one beer. And I'm only allowing myself that because I came in under my calorie goal for the day. But anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I feel like this vlog is really kind of disjointed. I'm sorry, but just nothing has really been going on. Good morning, friends. We are back in the same spot that I have been in all week at this point. I'm working from home this morning, so hence why I'm just in my sweats and no makeup. But I have to go in this afternoon, but until then, I like to be cozy. So I'm taking a break right now, and I need to catch up on my Bible in a Year reading because yesterday was the first day that I just completely dropped the ball and didn't even think about it until the evening. And then I was like, oh, darn it. So I'm going to catch up on that today, which means I have a bunch of Job to read today. Because I'm doing a chronological study, so Job is the next section I've been reading. So I'm doing that. And then I think I'm going to listen to some Crime and Punishment while I work. That sounds appropriate, right? Yeah, because I let myself get behind again in the read along. So I need to listen to that and then get my chapters read for The Longest Journey. So hopefully a good day of reading. I also, big excitement, got caught up on my watch later list. Yay! I'm personally not somebody that has like 100 or more videos in my watch later list. At the most, I've probably had 50 at one time. And whenever it gets to that point, I'm like, okay, we need to binge these videos and get them done. So I was caught up from Vlogmas at the end of December. But then everybody's 2021 goals videos came out, and that put me behind again. So I finally got caught up. So I am not going to put anything in my watch later list for a while. I'm going to try to just watch things daily and come up with a plan to keep caught up. I don't subscribe to like a million people, and I don't watch every video that everybody posts. I'm sorry, but I can't. I mean, there are certain people that I will, but some of the, mostly like the giant YouTube channels that I do enjoy watching, but I don't really feel the need to engage with them. I I don't always. I pick and choose which videos I watch from them. So, and a lot of those I don't even watch anymore because quite frankly, if you talk about politics all the time on your channel right now, I unsubscribe to you. I'm sorry, but I can't take it anymore. So I'm just like, nope, nope, nope. I don't. No, you don't. You're not influencing me that way. So I'm done. So I just basically have kept subscriptions to people that I feel like I have a personal connection to and that I don't feel like try to tell me how to believe all the time. So that's always nice. But all right, I'm going to go do my Bible reading now. All right, bye.